Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Gabriel the Collector, Gabs here. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Today we have something different. We have the Spice Girls autobiographies. I found these recently stashed away in storage in like containers, and I got them out and I thought, well, I'm a collector and I like to collect stuff. And I thought, show something different on my channel, even though as much as I love getting pops and sodas, I'll show something different. And I thought we'll start off with the Spice Girls books. We'll start off with the first one to release a book out of the Spice Girls. It was Geri Halliwell. This is If Only. This was her first book that she released. This was technically out of the Spice Girls. She released it. This was 1998 or 1999, I think. So I was still pretty much in school when she released this, and I remember reading it. And it is a very, very, very good read. It's just about her life growing up and then being in the Spice Girls, and then why she left as well. And I can pretty much understand why she left. The last straw for her was a cancer benefit, and she wanted to go by herself, but they were telling her to take the other 4 girls with her as well, and she didn't want to because it wasn't about the Spice Girls, it was about cancer. And she thought if she takes all 4 of them, it's going to be about the Spice Girls, and she's like, that's not what it's about. And that's just one of the reasons, because she felt like she wasn't able to do anything by herself anymore. Even though they're friends and they love each other, she just didn't feel, she didn't feel like Geri anymore. It was just, Spice Girls had to do everything together, and she didn't want that anymore. But it is a very good read. I enjoyed reading it. This is one of the first editions that they released of hers, because I think it's been released again with a sort of more darker grey colour. But this is the first edition book that I bought and the release of hers. And then everyone else started to follow. Not all of them, but I'll explain later. Then we have Victoria Beckham, Learning to Fly. This one as well, pretty much, it's about her growing up and where she came from, her family, Spice Girls, and pretty much her and David Beckham as well. There's some stories about him in this as well. I think this one came out in 2002 or 2001. This book came out. It's another interesting read as well. Pretty good read. All of them are pretty good reads. You get to know their backstory, and from when they were in the Spice Girls and then to when they how they got in it and how they prepared, and then the next one we have is Melanie B, Catch a Fire. Same story as well. It's about her just growing up, from where she came from, her family, and then of course being in the Spice Girls, and when Geri left as well. Both of them do write about that in their books, and how they felt at the time that she left. But it is all a pretty good read. All the books, I did read them. Took maybe 1 day, 2 days to read it. Usually if I like a book, then I read it straight away. If I don't like it as much, it drags along. But with these ones, they did not drag along. And then the next book is by Geri. She wrote another one, 2002. This one came out, Just for the Record. This one is more so about her time after the Spice Girls. There is still some stories about her being in the Spice Girls and her life where she grew up, but it's mostly after the Spice Girls, her solo career, and how she wanted to start doing singing again and doing solo work. So it's more about that than the Spice Girls, but it's another good read as well. Very, very good read. Glad I bought it. And the next one is by all four of them. Forever Spice. This one is more so a visual book. This is when they went to tour LA, and just before Geri left. Geri left, and then they already announced an American tour, but she left, and so it's more a visual book. There are some information at the back on some of the pages, but it's more a visual book of them being in LA. And then we have Melanie B's, or Melanie Brown now she goes by. This is her second book, Brutally Honest. This one came out in 2018. This one, again, there is a little bit of family history in it, of where she grew up and a bit of the Spice Girls as well. But it also talks about her relationships, especially with her ex-husband, who, pretty much a word. I can't say the whole word on YouTube. That's the piece of crap right there. So that's mostly what this book is about as well. And there is a bit of the Spice Girls, them going to return. So another good read. And then the last one, and the first one ever, is from Mel C, Who I Am, My Story. This one just came out as I'm filming this. It's only been 6 days that this book came out, so I haven't read it yet, but from her description of it, this is everything. This has her early childhood life, Spice Girls, her auditioning for them, getting in, all her solo work, from what I gathered from it, from her saying what it's about. And I also got a signed edition of it too, so it'll be good to start reading this one soon. So I can't wait to start reading this one. And then we do have Geri Halliwell. She did write some kids books. I think there's 8 in this series. I didn't pick that up because don't really need to pick that one up. And Emma Bunton has also released a book, but it's more so for parents. That was the book that she's released. She is the only Spice Girl left that hasn't released a autobiography, so I'm hoping she'll release one soon so I can pick that up, but she hasn't released one yet, so I just have to wait until she decides to release one, and that's if she ever does. She may not, but they're the only two that I haven't bought, which is her parent book and then Geri Halliwell's kids books, which was in 2008. She did those kids books. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That's all I have for you today. Just thought something different. Like I said, I do enjoy getting pops and sodas, but I thought something different for a video. And then you guys can see that I also like to collect books, besides DVDs and CDs. But hopefully you enjoyed that. And if you have, please click like, subscribe, comment down below. And if you're returning, thank you so much. It means a lot. And I enjoy chatting to all of you guys. Please stay safe wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.